Bye-bye paycheck taxes. Mississippi and Kentucky plan to eliminate state income tax for the first time in decades. This came out in Times of India. These are two states that are pretty poor states, and you would think that they would not be doing this, but I think what's happening is Trump's had a big impact on conservatism, and what's happening, you saw where Florida now is doing away with their property tax in Florida. So this might be a wave across the U.S. trying to get this done. Now, remember, this only affects the state income tax. You still got the federal tax. If you want to avoid the state income tax already, you can go to Florida if you want to do that. There are other states like Texas and other states in the U.S. And now Tennessee didn't have a state income tax, but they did have a tax on dividends. But now they're eliminating that also. But I think what you're going to see is a wave of this going across the U.S. I think people are now are fed up with the high taxes. The thing is, like I said, state income tax doesn't make a whole lot of difference. You can already move to Florida and do that. If you want to get rid of the big tax, that's the federal tax, you need to relocate outside the U.S. You can qualify for the foreign overseas exclusion and have up to $260,000 with husband and wife, $130,000 each to get around this exclusion that you would get on your income made outside the U.S. You do have to be outside the U.S. long enough to participate in this, in the foreign overseas exclusion. You can also relinquish your U.S. citizenship if you want to do that and get around all taxes and move to a pure tax haven. We help people on doing that through our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. And you can just ask for some help there. Also, folks, if you can do us a big favor, we don't monetize our channel. It would do us a big, big favor if you hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen right here and give us a thumbs up if you like our video. And we'll get these videos out to more people, and we'll move further up on the chain of YouTube on getting our videos out. Now, this was talking about these two states are now, they're gradually implementing this in their system. It's going to be a little bit tough starting off, but they say they want to eliminate the state income tax in both of these states. Now, a move that could reshape the way Americans are taxed at the state level, Mississippi and Kentucky have launched an ambitious plans to eliminate the personal income taxes, something no state has done in more than 4 decades. Now, the last time this happened was in 1980 when the oil-rich Alaska scrapped its income tax. Now, with budget surpluses following the COVID-19 pandemic, a national trend towards tax relief in Deep South is aiming for a repeat. Now, the Mississippi experiment is going to work like this. Now, Governor Tate Reeves of Mississippi has signed into law a roadmap to phase out the state's 4% income tax, starting with a drop to 3% by 2030, followed by conditional cuts tied to revenue growth. If all benchmarks are met, Mississippi could become tax-free by 2040. So you're looking at 15 years, okay? If you want to done it quick and you want to get this thing done right away, just pick one of the states that doesn't have a state income tax, and you can do that. Better yet, leave the U.S. and relinquish your U.S. citizenship. If you're from another high-tax country that you're residing in, like Canada, Australia, that taxes worldwide income, if you live there, you're going to have to break your tax ties there. You can move to great countries like Cayman Islands, Antigua, and St. Kitts. I like Antigua and St. Kitts the best because you can get the passport real quick, and it will give you opportunities that you will not get if you don't get citizenship. You will not get citizenship in the Cayman Islands fast. These two are the only two in this part of the world that has good visa-free travel, okay, where you can get the passport quick, that doesn't have an income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. And this is in Antigua and St. Kitts. Now, St. Kitts doesn't even have, they do have a property tax, but it's almost doesn't exist. It's 0.20% of what you're purchasing with a $29,600 US exclusion. Before that 0.20% kicks in. Now, if all the benchmarks are met, then we're talking about here that Mississippi could become income tax-free again by the year 2040. The plan also includes a sales tax cut on groceries and a hike in gas taxes. Now, this puts, in the article we're talking about, this puts us in a rare class of elite competitive states. Reeves was talking about referencing income tax rates income tax-free states like Florida and Texas. Now, he went on to say that we have the potential to be a magnet for opportunity, but the plan comes with high stakes. Mississippi remains one of the poorest states in the country and heavily depends on federal funding. Critics say that losing income tax revenue could cripple public services if federal aid is reduced. Now, this is a huge percentage of what the state brings in to fund the schools, health care, and other essentials, warned Neva Butkus of the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy. Now, Kentucky's more cautious, they got more of a cautious route on this. Now, Kentucky, too, is eyeing zero income tax, but with a slower, more hands-on approach. A 2022 law allows income tax reductions only if revenue meets specific targets and the state legislation approves each step. Now, the income tax is set to drop to 3.5% in 2026. A second new law allows smaller cuts even when revenues fall short of larger targets, something Democratic Governor Andy Beshear criticized as a bait and switch. Now, despite his concerns, Beshear signed off on the 2026 tax cut while letting the second bill become law without his signature. Now, let's look at the bigger trend. Now, Mississippi and Kentucky join a growing group of states challenging traditional taxation models. Oklahoma lawmakers recently advanced a bill to wipe out income taxes based on revenue triggers. Missouri is weighing a capital gains exemption, and states like New Hampshire and Tennessee have recently eliminated taxes on dividends and interest. Now, remember, Tennessee already did not have an income tax, but they did have a tax on, I'm talking about state income tax, but they did have a income tax on dividends, but now that's been, they want to take that off. But experts say that wiping out income taxes after decades of dependence is far harder than never adopting them at all. It's a lot easier if you've never levied one, said Catherine Longhead of the Tax Foundation. Once you rely on that money, phasing it out is much more complicated. With economic clouds looming from Trump-era tariff tensions to potential federal funding cuts, states may soon find out whether the tax-cutting gambles pay off or leave them in a fiscal crunch. Folks, if you want to know more how to legally get your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 8 months to a year, and you're making at least $100,000 a year, or you got a net worth at least $1 million US, and you do want to get your income taxes to zero, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And folks, again, it would help us out tremendously. If you want new videos like this, hit the subscribe button right on your screen here. And also give us the thumbs up if you like our videos, and pass this video on to your friends. This helps us get our videos out to more people. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.